everyone. Respected and honorable member of the National Commission for Backward Classes, Sri G.D. Kamal Singh, respected Regional Director of Reserve Bank of India, West Bengal, to our case IRS member looking meeting problem. Mr. Srinivas, Commissioner of the BJP North Telangana, and dignitaries of the dais, Ashok Kumar Shankar, the Chief Patron of the RBI Notice Employees Welfare Association, and Vice President of our All India Notice Employees Federation, Chief General Secretary, Sanjay Das, Chairman of the Reception Committee, and my dear brothers and sisters. I am really happy to participate in our 8th All India Conference and General Council meeting of the All India Reserve Bank Notice Employees Welfare Association. One of the affiliated unit of our national federation consisting of nearly 50 organizations. Today we participate in this conference. Leaders of our affiliated units from Union Bank of India, from Damodar Valley Corporation, they are all present here to meet and greet the delegates. As you all well aware, that week is All India Conference. Reserve Bank of India Notice Employees Welfare Association is one of the oldest association in the country, formed from the welfare of the backward classes, working in Reserve Bank of India and contributing and supporting our national federation and our efforts to bring social justice for the backward classes. I am happy that the honorable member of the National Commission for Backward Classes is a committed leader for the welfare of the backward classes and social justice. Is kind enough to be present here despite his various occupations. In fact, he attended our conference at Varanasi, organized by the RBI Union Bank Notice Employees Welfare Association also. At Delhi also, when we organized a seminar last year, he attended and addressed the meeting and shared the concern of the issues confronting the welfare of the backward classes. Today when we are meeting here, many of our issues are still to be resolved. Some of the issues have been resolved, but still many of the issues have to be resolved. Without taking much time, since our honorable member is present here, I would like to make this kind notice that the Government of India Department of Personnel and Training has issued guidelines, DOPT orders, for issuance of the OBC certificate. In 1993, thereafter in 2014, they have issued a format, the OBC certificate format, on the basis of which the authorities have to issue the certificates. In 2014, the DOPT has not totally modified, has changed its format slightly. So some of the officials who are issuing the certificate, some of them are issuing based on 1990 formats. Some of them are issuing based on 2014 format. But the contents are same. The content says that the candidates will belong to the OBC as per the resolution number dated, and also he should not or she should not belong to the criminal. That is all. This is the content. But from the guidelines of the honorable member, this year, some of the candidates who got certificates from the authorities based on 2014 certificate, they are not given admission to the stating that this is not the government. Go and get the 1993 government. It is not that one. The authorities are issuing the government, taking the 2014 data issued by DOPT. Candidates are same, but on some issues, the candidates are being prevented from getting an admission in age despite their hard efforts in writing the examination and getting an admission. The top institution of this country, the officials are taking a negative view. That is a very important issue. A simple directive to NCBC that the both the formats are valid. Because both are different to contents are free. If that is given to all of the institutions, and the matter is solved. Number two, there is a departmental proposal coming. Again, the DOPT says, by its order, that is order issued in 2022-23, that with respect of OBC, a departmental proposal committee including the proposal identified Group C RTO. Therefore, the proposal is rejected. Even though the OBC does not have a reservation in the proposal, but the departmental proposal committee should have a voting. So that the chances of the OBC member getting a proportion is not having a bias. Have a check on it. That is the guideline issued by the DOPT. Sir, but for the right information, none of these instances, all the public sector undertakings or government departments have not complied with this guideline. That is a very, very important issue, sir, because we don't have reservation in promotion, but our candidates, because of their capability, when they go for promotion, if our person is there in the interview committee, there is a psychological feeling that our person is there in the committee. Because of the only the DOPT has issued such a guideline. So I request our honorable member to take up this matter with the DOPT as well as with other departments to ensure that all departments of the government, including the public sector undertakings and enterprises, contribute DPC considering our OBC government. That is number two. Number three. So there is a peculiar case in one of the bank where the association elected office bearer is being prevented from attending the meeting on the excuse that he is a retired officer. Once such a case came before us, and we took up with the National Commission, we took up with the Parliamentary Committee for OBC, we took up with the liaison officer for OBC in the Department of Financial Services, but the bank says that there is an instruction from DFS. We checked with the DFS. They said we are not issuing any guideline. Then they said the Parliamentary Committee for OBC guideline. Then we checked with the chairperson, then chairperson Rajesh Banerjee. He said nothing. So, on the lay excuse, an elected officer in one of the cases, in Bombay High Court, Aurangabad bench, they have stated clearly that bank or any management does not have any right to prevent any elector of his ballot, whether he is in service or retired. That is none of your business. It is for the general body to ensure who to be elected. So don't interfere with the elected mechanism of the association. This is a judgment given based on Supreme Court judgments. So I am giving a copy of the letter, sir. And this is happening only for the Red Association, sir. Only for SC, SC OBC. Whereas trade unions or officer associations, they are retired officers are attending the meeting. They are allowed to participate. Not only here, at the level of bipartite settlement within the government, they are sitting and signing the agreement. But for welfare association, the management is taking a negative view, which is unwarranted and unethical. So I request you, sir, to kindly take up this issue. Already based on the request, National Commission for Scheduled Castes has written their directive to DFS, Department of Financial Service, that it is not the business of any management to prevent. Only the elector of the ballot should be allowed. You don't have to interfere with that. You have to give an instruction. So similarly, our commission has to. This is one more matter. Then another matter, sir. Recently, I think you would have come across the newspaper item also. In the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, scientists are being appointed. For so many years, in the name of lateral entry, nearly 2,700 scientists have been recruited without reservation. This is a very, very serious matter, sir. Had it been reservation applied, I think nearly 1,350 SC, OBC would have entered there in the scientific department, which has been prevented without any government order. In the name of lateral, since the government has withdrawn the lateral entry policy, I think the commission has taken, they have to summon the officials of the ICAR and ensure that no such wrong implementation is done henceforth, sir, and they have to rectify this 2,700 posts which have been accommodated without any examination. They are all recruited directly without any examination, without any reservation policy. This is a very serious matter. Another person, in the railway recruitment board, our honorable member of parliament also raises the matter in the parliament recently. Our OBC candidates are getting appointed. But if they get the cut-off mark for the open category, the government order says whoever gets the open category cut-off mark, they should be put into only the general category. They should not be put into the reservation compartment. Whereas RRB, Railway Recruitment Board, is doing a reverse reservation policy, where the OBC candidate who is securing the cut-off mark of the open category is pushed to reservation. Thereby, our reserved candidates are getting out of employment. This is another serious issue, sir. We have got all the papers. Please take up the matter. Then about the clean area. Sir, we have been requesting the government that this 2017 order of 8 lakhs per annum has to be revised. The order says once in 3 years it has to be revised. So naturally, in 2020 as well as in 2023 twice it should have been revised. But so far it has not been revised. This is one aspect. But another very important aspect is that the present government has passed a constitutional amendment 105 whereby the backward classes have been listed in the constitution in article 342A. In 1992 Indira Gandhi judgment, the court imposed a criminal on the backward classes because there is no definition about the backward classes. Whereas for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, they have been and included OBC. By this 105 amendment, now 342A has been created, where the definition of backup classes, that is the list as given by the central government and as per the state list, forms the backup classes. So there is a definition like that of SC/ST. So the legal experts say that the creamy layer concept is automatically revoked. This is a very, very important matter. So I request you to kindly take up and discuss the matter with the commission, take the opinion of the legal pundits and see that this concept of creamy layer, which is an unconstitutional concept, which was not brought by the parliament, which was imposed by the Supreme Court, is totally revoked, so that all the OBCs get eligible for reservation. Because what has happened now is, by the 2017 order of the DOPT, all the people sitting here are creamy layer. Whoever enters RBI as an officer is a creamy layer. His children are not eligible. So that is the procedure of justice. Only his children are going to aim for aims, are going to aim for IIT or IIM. You are protecting these children and the seats remain unfilled and is given to the general category. This is what is happening. So the concept of creamy layer has totally ruined the reservation policy for OBC, whereby the eligible candidates do not get their due share. So now the constitutional provision itself helps the government to totally scrap the creamy layer. So I request our commission to kindly take note of this important matter of totally removing the creamy layer. Because recently the Supreme Court in another case about subcategorization, one of the judge has given a suggestion that it can be extended to SC/ST also. It is only a suggestion, not a judgment. Because court cannot impose judgment on SC/ST because we already defined. The court cannot impose creamy layer on OBC because OBC also defined as per Article 342A through 105 amendment. So this is a very important matter, sir. I request our commission to take note of all these things. Apart from that, the Reserve Bank of India, already the association has put forth before you some of the demands. One includes that in Group D post, there should be a relaxation mark, sir. Already the government of India on various matters, they are giving relaxations for SC/ST. Similar relaxations should be extended to OBC, sir. This is what I want to present before you. I am very thankful for your patient hearing and I thank all the members for your patient hearing. Thank you.